Hello, everybody, and welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau, and joining me as usual...
Whoop! Quarterback Garrett, that's me. Hey, Angela's over there.
Hey.
What's going on? We're back. It's Tuesday.
Love it.
Yeah.
Tuesday, back in the studio.
That's right. Fresh off of the stage at Mothership.
Yes, it was a great weekend. I want to thank everybody who came out. Matt McClowry was with me. He might even be here in a minute.
Maybe. Don't show him.
Yeah.
He was.
But yeah, he could be. And it was a good time. So thank you all for who came out.
It looked awesome, man. If they want to see you in any other shows?
Oh, you can see me this Saturday at the Preston Arts Center in Henderson, Kentucky. Come out to that show. Also, the 12th to the 14th in Charlotte, North Carolina. And October 25th, I'm doing a fundraiser in Toms River, New Jersey. I think I said that right. Or Toms Rivers. I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
Toms River, New Jersey. You can get tickets on my site, but it's going to go to Toys for Tots. So please check that out if you are in that area, October 25th.
That's great. Hey, you can find me on my new channel, Nega Garrett. That's N-E-G-A, no R, Garrett. On YouTube. Go check it out. And thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel and tongue punching that like. Look at that.
Go ahead, hit it. Yeah.
It was a little delayed, but we still appreciate it. Thank you so much. Tell
live.
Angela how much you were disappointed in the comments below.
That's fine. Please do.
They won't.
No, they won't.
They love you.
Yeah, they won't at all. There's some people I would be worried when you walk to your car. Anyway, good to be here.
I love you too much.
It's
like, oh, that Angela smells nice. This is not a smell of
How
vision.
do you know that? Joining us today, you can see him this Friday at the, I'm just going to ask him because I forgot how to pronounce it already. Amaze?
It's Emmaus.
Emmaus.
Most people say like E-mouse or something, but yeah, it's E-M-M-A-U-S.
Is that Greek?
In Pennsylvania. I have no idea.
Sounds like
Emmaus Theater with Doug Smith. I don't know if you know him at all.
Yeah,
he's funny.
Yeah, so he's there, and it's no Tom's River, but
it's a place.
Some guy's river.
So please welcome Some Guy's River.
It's somebody's backyard, I don't know.
Any man's river is a good thing, that's for sure. Please welcome to the show, Kris Fried.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Glad to have you back, Kris.
It's good to be back.
Thank you for having me.
And, yeah, it's our pleasure. And also, joining us, you can catch him with me at the Columbus Funny Bone September 20th. So many things I have to look at. I don't like it. September 20th. And you can catch him at the Side Splitters in Tampa, Florida with Adam Yenzer on,
End of the show.
September 29th?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
All right, please welcome Matt McClowry.
Howdy doody.
Matt. Also good to be back.
Yeah.
He had a wonderful set at Mothership.
I had 5 wonderful sets there.
You did 6.
Yeah,
really.
6, a touch and go one, but yeah.
Wait, what?
Small room.
I'm going to fixate on that one.
Yeah, worry about that one.
Let's
Just
fixate.
obsess.
Yeah.
Worry about the midnight one in the small room.
Yeah, exactly.
What exactly do you think went wrong?
They had 3 hours of open micers before me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'll definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody deserves a chance.
Yeah, everybody.
That's what I like to say. So let's get right into it. Kamala Harris, I don't know if you've heard of her. She's running for president. But they're saying that she used a fake accent in a Detroit speech. Let's compare.
You better thank a union member for sick
Oh,
leave.
no.
You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation.
Oh,
time.
no.
It reminds me of when a white comic goes into an urban room and tries to black it up.
And you tell them, please specifically don't
do that, and then they do.
Because let's see her later that day.
Let's just get through the next 64 days. How about that? So, friends, 64 days until the most election of our lives.
Now, hold up. Have you never...
The most election. The most
She learned
election.
it from Joe. She learned it from Joe.
She's replacing a senile guy, but he had that as an excuse.
Right.
She doesn't have any.
Retarded.
Well, he also... I mean, I guess he did kind of amp up the voice every now and then, depending on where he was speaking, but not quite to that level.
You've never done it? You've never been on a conversation and been like, oh, I need to
Black it up?
it up a little bit?
No.
Never.
No.
I do it all
I'm
the
sure in
time.
my life I've... No.
Oh, don't lie.
No, because
I've never
Who's
heard
never
him do it.
accented
No,
That's the first
even when I was.
I've only done it
you're
when
like-
I was being racist deliberately.
Yeah, unless, well, I mean, yeah, sure.
What about when you're like around
Let's say I
country
was-
people?
Yeah, let's say I was on a show and I was forced to. Yeah. But there was.
The bit?
If I was around country
Which one?
people-
Yeah.
No.
Even in the 90s, Dave, even in
Come
the
on.
90s.
No, if I walked into a weed house and was like, yo, what up? They'd
what's
be
up,
like,
dog?
excuse me, what? Like, I had the right attire, but I would say, yo, what up, like this.
Since you are kind of like a wigger, do you ever say things that are a little bit black scented and you think that they may think that you're trying to put it on?
That's possible.
Because I feel like that might be a
mean,
possibility.
That hard R on that was
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah.
The one
Probably.
time, I'm
See,
sure.
let's go to a
one or two
clip.
times.
Let's see.
Let's roll a clip.
happen to have.
Surprise.
He can say it. He's black.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't say it now because we're trying to keep the channel.
Now, are we sure that that first clip wasn't just Cat Williams' new special? It sounded.
I was gonna say it sounded
The hair was there.
it sounded like Cat Williams in the Ice Cube movie, but I can't place it. But it's about a church.
Yeah.
You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for
Yeah, she's
paid
going into
leave.
black church.
You better thank
Start
a union
stomping
member
right
for
there.
vacation time.
Which makes sense because of all the Detroiters behind her. It's three of the whitest guys I've ever seen.
It cuts off where she talks about all the other black comics having sex with each other
She said
and Baphomet for some reason.
she starts humping the podium.
Classic.
That's not playing to the crowd.
No, just does everything that you're not supposed to do.
Mom's the fucking worst.
She's like, "We be shopping. We be shopping. Come on now, right?"
They not
Detroit?"
like us. They not like us. Did you see that clip?
Which part? The
BET?
part.
She was being interviewed by some actress. I remember. I know her face, but I've never known her name. On BET, the Black Movie Awards.
Yes.
And she was like, "Yeah, we out here in these streets. They not like us.
When was
they
this?
not like us? Like a couple
Horrible.
months ago.
Kelly
I'll see if
Ripa.
I can find it.
No, I don't.
No.
Yes, it was Kelly Ripa.
Yeah, she was like really putting it on. She was
Nicole
on BET.
Kidman. Yeah, that's a.
Well, she's not even Nicole Kidman anymore.
No, she's just.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't like it. If I would be like, you're part black. Are you offended?
No, I don't care.
What about when she said it's the most election? Does that worry you?
That's more offensive. Because she's trying to pander to my kind, the retards. So I feel offended.
the most election.
The most election.
Yeah.
Like, what word did you leave out?
You can vote several times now, so I think
Yeah.
that's
Oh, that's it.
just pretend it's a lot of elections, and you just keep casting the ballots.
I mean, she's right. It is the most
Yeah.
election
It is the
out of
most
all
election.
of elections.
So send in those paper ballots. You're going to get a few in the mail,
Yeah.
and just fill them out at your leisure.
Make
And maybe
copies.
assign it to you or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, make
Doesn't matter.
Just make as many copies as you'd like.
Just hand
Send
them
it
out.
back.
Xerox them.
No big deal.
Yeah.
It's how we do things now. It's whoever stuffs the box.
It's like it goes by text, like American Idol. You just
Yeah, just.
you can text 20 times
And in your vote.
before midnight.
I bet you it will be like that eventually.
T-Mobile.
Yeah.
There's no way this doesn't spin into just complete hell.
It's going to be AIs are going to vote for you. You just
Yeah.
tell an AI, hey, I kind of like have these vague opinions that I haven't researched or thought about at all. Could you vote for me? And it'll vote for you.
Oh, that's probably
Where
true.
we're going.
Well, with an idol, you had to like one of them more, not just hate one of them too much. You know?
Well, that's not true.
I don't know.
Sanjaya
I did
Yeah.
find that.
got the hate.
Found it?
I did find. I think I did. It's Taraji P. Henson, right?
You're
I don't know
right.
the name, but I'm going to guess yes.
Yes, it's
well,
Jim
let's-
Henson.
Let's take a look and see if it's right.
Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets, and let me tell you, you're right, Taraji.
Yeah, girl,
There
I'm
is so
totally
much at
talking to
stake
you
in this
right now.
moment. The majority of us believe in freedom.
I'm
and
not
equality.
reading this directly
But
off
these
of the phone.
extremists,
It's like a green
they
screen
say
phone.
They're not like us.
I'm not wearing one of George Hamilton's suits.
They not like us.
I'm out here in these streets, and it's like you're literally in an office.
You're not. You're like in a
Streets
nice
of
hotel
Burbank
lobby or something.
have a TV set built in the middle of the street.
Let me hold the phone out so you can get a good shot of that. Thank you.
It's so uncomfortable.
Also,
Manufactured.
Taraji P. Jim Henson. Someone needs to make that character.
Yeah, they do. You're right. Just interviewing her.
I'm sorry, I forgot the name. She is a legend, though.
She's a good actress.
She's a black legend, yes.
Yes, and she's using her real speaking voice, unlike the other woman in the video.
We out here in these streets.
Yeah, we
Puppet is Joe Biden, though. She's just controlling Joe Biden with her.
Yeah, just her other hand. We out here in these streets. I'm trying to think of what movie that's from, because that is definitely from
something.
Oh, absolutely.
Is it Juice?
It could be Juice.
That's all her references from black culture is Juice.
Yeah, because she also thought Tupac was alive and well in 38 in the 80s. You used to listen to him back in the 80s. It's like, did you now? When he died at 25 in the mid-90s?
Yeah. Very with it.
1985 when he was dancing in ballet in high school effeminately.
Yeah, with Jada Pinkett.
Yeah.
Boy, who do you think got more lucky?
Montel Jordan.
What's that?
The Wire?
What about it?
I'm out here in these streets every day.
Oh, it's The Wire.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was something. The Wire's great.
Well, yeah, it's a good show.
Oh, and Baby Boy, maybe.
No, Baby, it's John Singleton, which is also directed Boys in the Hood.
Hood movie.
And Higher Learning.
You know she was in a room just watching them like religiously, just trying to just pick up stuff.
Yes, which Higher Learning is definitely where you want to go, because it's a very realistic movie. You have the Black Panthers on campus as well as the Nazis. Michael Rappaport guns everybody down from a clock tower.
Is that the one with Catwoman in it? Where she was a teacher, she goes in the inner city, teaches the black kids.
No, that's
Dangerous Minds.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Dangerous Minds, that's right. Okay. Mixing up my hood movies. I'm
I
sorry.
almost said Sister Act 2, but I think,
Close.
It's close.
Yeah.
She wasn't hiding though. Like the kids didn't respect her, and then once Michelle Pfeiffer did some karate, one move, they were like, "Wow, she's the real deal. Let's listen to her."
She knows karate.
The terrible movie.
I've never seen it.
Just a terrible movie.
I watched the trailer and it's very bad.
You ever seen 187 with Sam Jackson?
No.
Better movie.
Well, did you like Dangerous Minds, the series starring Annie Potts?
Are you serious?
Yes.
There's a TV show?
Yeah, there
my
was.
You thought the film was good enough to make a TV show spinoff?
Oh, successful
Janine
enough.
from
Yes,
Ghostbusters?
Janine from Ghostbusters.
Designing women.
Wait, like, we got
women.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. When did this happen?
Right after the movie was.
Oh,
a
it
hit.
was?
Yeah, a year or two after.
Remember how they made a TV show after every movie that came out that did well, like Uncle Buck
Uncle Buck, starring
that's
Kevin
the one.
Meaney.
with Kevin Meaney.
Trashed it.
Yeah,
He was a funny guy, right?
Yeah,
outside
He
of
was
the,
a hilarious comic.
hilarious,
Very
comic,
underrated.
Yeah.
And the show just did not catch an audience.
Well,
It wasn't a good vehicle for him.
No, because he was gay.
He was a
repressed
deeply closeted gay man at the time. Yeah.
Wait, you're supposed to be a gambling schlub who's lovable.
The funny thing about the Uncle Buck series is it didn't bring back any of the original characters except the guy with the toothpick who had herpes.
Yes, he was.
He was in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
My favorite role, he's a character actor. My favorite role of his is as the baby merchant in Cop Rock.
Holy.
Can we pull up Baby Merchant from
Yes,
Cop Rock?
please. Also, Uncle Buck was led into by USA's biggest hit, which was Major Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Remember that?
No.
Yeah, it was a dad who was he was a major in the army, military army. Yeah, and that was it. It was called Major Dad.
I would sit through hours of Major Dad, Murder, She Wrote, and MacGyver just to get to primetime wrestling back in the day, which later became Raw.
I would just sit through all those other shows because I secretly enjoyed them.
Did you say you wanted Baby Merchant from Cop
Yes.
Rock?
Yeah.
I have it.
Yes.
See it.
Let's see it.
This is the guy with herpes from Uncle Buck.
We got to be talking through it.
Okay,
right.
I'm talking through it.
Just you can mute
Explain to us, Matt, what's happening here.
Well,
I remember this.
They are undercover and
wait.
trying to purchase a baby on the black market from him.
it. From this guy?
Yep.
Correct. I forgot. Cop Rock is a movie Matt showed me. I don't know.
It's a series.
Was it a series?
Yeah, it was by Stephen Bochco, and it was cops plus rock.
Yeah, because I remember this where so he's singing about buying a baby on the black market.
So the goods he's talking about having for them is a human child.
Human child.
Is human trafficking, specifically
Cop
in
Rock.
children.
We should redo this.
He's the police officer trying to bust him.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, he's undercover.
I think that's my favorite.
You want to buy a baby?
It was a notoriously terrible show, but everyone who worked on it said it was an absolute blast.
It had to.
And there were actors who, when they weren't on call, they would just come to the set and hang out, which apparently never happens.
Dude, if you're... Yeah, I've heard that. But if you're singing about trafficking a baby, you know there's not going to be a season 2.
It's a little weird to say that was what was really fun.
It's pretty good to like let your hair down.
Jazzy.
That's like that's a curse. If you're making something and it's fun, it doesn't do very well. Like Sylvester Stallone said that. Like all the movies that he did that were a blast to shoot bombed, and everything that was really hard and difficult to make, it actually turned out really good.
Well, I mean, he said he loved working with Dolly Parton and Estelle Getty.
Oh, yeah, for Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
For My Mom Will Shoot.
They were bombs.
Which he was tricked into doing by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, right. Which is the old Norm Macdonald SNL sketch.
Oh, yeah.
Sylvester Stallone hits him with his car on accident.
I just saw a car come to me. I blacked out, and the next thing I know, there was a guy from that horrible movie Rhinestone.
Stop, or my mom will shoot.
I don't know how anybody thought that was going to be a good movie.
Did he Tango and Cash Bomb though? Didn't it?
It made a lot of money.
Do well?
But I thought they hated it.
Well, it wasn't very well reviewed, but it's one of those movies that was a hit that doesn't really leave that big of a cultural footprint.
There's a lot of bare ass in Jack Palance.
Yeah.
Jack Palance is bare.
Well, it's also like
specifically?
No, they are. Like you can tell they were like, we need this shot of you two naked in prison. And they do before they escape with their belts on a power line.
Totally not gay.
Also, what's with like the full sentence movies from that time? Like there was like 8 heads in a duffel bag.
Things to do in Denver when you're dead.
Well, that was
all this
3 Men and a Baby.
Well,
don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Yeah.
All these,
It's more simplistic of Freddie got fingered, but I still think it goes into the... Yeah, they would. They would have those... Yeah, that was an
like way too long.
8 Heads in a Duffel Bag is also not a good movie at all.
No.
But that was like
what is this movie? I've never heard of it.
Trying to be quasi...
Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good.
David Spade. Yeah.
It wasn't good?
Yeah, he's trying to bring back 8 heads in a duffel bag for the mafia, and he switches the duffel bag on accident with David Spade's duffel bag, who's like a nerdy science student.
Okay.
So now he's got 8 mafia heads, and Joe Pesci's stuck with just the clothes.
That actually sounds like a really great premise for a movie. Like...
It could, like, I can, well, I mean, somebody...
I don't have any...
Somebody agreed with you and financed it.
Like, preconceived, like, opinions on it. I've never seen it, but it sounds like the perfect idea.
Well, Joe Pesci, he did My Cousin Vinny and Home Alone and Goodfellas and was on a roll, and then it was like the super...
Don't forget Lethal Weapon.
Fishing. Well, yeah, Lethal, but I hated his character.
Gone Fishing was pretty great, though.
I mean, I didn't mind him in the second
supposed to be annoying.
The fourth one, it was just bad. I didn't
they
mind
bring
him
in Chris
the
Rock?
second one. Yeah.
Yeah, is it Son-in-Law?
Yeah, Gone Fishing was not good.
that was what,
weird
Danny
time.
Glover?
He reunited
Danny Glover.
who's apparently not that old.
No?
And I mean, he is now, but I mean, like, I thought he was really old in the first Lethal Weapon when he's like, I'm too old for this shit. I have to retire.
They're making another one.
And apparently he was, what, 27?
They're making another one. They're both too old for this shit.
He had to be 40. Exactly.
I think he was in his early 40s. You know?
Yeah, because he
40?
was a Predator
retiring?
too, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember being like, this guy's an action star in this? Or
yeah.
Like,
that's what they were trying, man. They were trying like a...
My friend used to work at the Sunset 5, and Danny Glover used to always come in all the time and just buy popcorn.
Really?
Yeah, he just liked popcorn.
It's an old guy thing.
Yeah.
I get that.
He's old at heart.
I like Danny Glover.
Yeah, but it's like, you don't... They have popcorn at the store, Danny. It's not just...
It's not the same.
Yeah, I guess not.
Somebody else is making it for you.
Sweet and buttery.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of sweet and buttery, Tim Walz.
Yeah. Buttery.
Well, Tim Walz's brother, there he is. He's the one that looks like Tim Walz was left in a garage for several months, but for somehow lives in Florida. He looks like the Family Guy where there's the other Peter that lives in the shed and doesn't get sunlight. But he's actually smarter than his brother because he is not supporting his brother.
Oh.
Yes, he 100% opposes the Kamala Walz. He says that Jeff says of Tim, he is not the kind of guy that we want in office. The stories I could tell. Not the type of character you want making decisions about your future. Now, of course, Tim clapped back.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to
That's
see
what
that.
he does. And he wanted people to know, well, his brother was arrested for drunk driving in 2005, kind of like Tim was. And also, he was once caught stealing from a Walmart, which was a total of $13. He stole a three-way outlet adapter and handlebar grips for a bicycle.
Was this when they were 6 or something?
It was in
Just like
2001.
pulling old stuff.
2000.
I feel like he was a pissed off guy in line and was like,
Never mind.
yes.
Just going home. I will take these.
So that's going.
And his brother snitched on him.
I bet you he did. They apparently they haven't talked in 8 years, which I would love to just see those two have a good conversation about the old days.
Yeah. Should have like a debate on the
At like a town
other
hall.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if he just showed up at the town hall.
The Walls Tom Hall.
Yeah. Wall to
Town
walls.
Hall.
Yeah.
My mouth is
It wouldn't just be them going like this into a mirror.
Balls to the walls.
They combine into
That's what we
one
call it.
thing. Well, this also happened over the weekend. Tim Walz completely dodged a question about Hamas killing 6 hostages. Let's take a look.
What's your reaction to the 6 hostages being found dead in Gaza?
Thanks, everybody.
Peace, I'm out.
I'm going back into Chili's.
Hey, I leave work at work.
Yeah. What do you mean, what am I going to do about that? Do you expect me to handle
What am I running for president?
I'm eating this blizzard. Look. Ooh.
And then even worse, they went to him a second time. They called him on Zoom, apparently, and they asked if he thought more hostages would be killed and wondering what he would do about it.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
It's very impolite.
I appreciate that he went through the whole song, though.
Now
I mean, it's good.
Was his brother or?
That was his brother. That was him.
Yeah.
Just being asked.
Okay.
That was the real Tim Walz, allegedly.
Yeah.
Being asked if he thought more hostages would be killed, and I just felt that was like the other one. He could have said it was a slip.
Yeah. But
But this time, that was rude.
Mm-hmm. not vice presidential. What is it? Why do the Democrats think that like snacks are super relatable? You notice that they always have like pictures, like Obama had a lot of ice cream eating pictures, and
Because
Booty Gag
they're
also eating ice
alien
cream.
lizard people who only observe human beings. Don't understand.
You like ice cream?
I think, in fairness, Bill Clinton liked McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did like that Big Mac.
Well, you can't always have filet mignon.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to eat at McDonald's.
Apparently, Bill Clinton never had filet mignon. He just had fucking fat secretaries. his well-cankled wife.
Well cankled.
That was Craig Gass's story for full attribution. That was in reference to.
Well, yes. Well, yeah, I guess you should probably reference.
Yes, I
that
did
was
reference it.
Yeah. Have you referenced it before?
No, I have not. No, I just.
Let's explain to the audience.
He's hilarious. He's a comic. I just wanted to attribute it to him.
Okay.
Throw that credit out there.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons.
Yeah, great Gene Simmons stories.
Yes. So, who are you voting for, Matt?
Trump.
Okay. It's good to say that on this network.
Do you realize that makes you a bigot?
Yeah.
What about a sexist?
I think we're through the looking glass on all of that, though, don't you? It's not 2020. Like, we're just all kind of over that, aren't we?
Those words mean nothing.
When you're just like, when we're in our green room talking to a lesbian, central casting, and she's like, I guess I'm voting for Trump.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like just any comic you meet now who just will not go down this road with her, which I think is good.
It's amazing. It's such a relief.
Is that really what you're finding? Like,
a lot, yes.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of people are just, because it's coming down to, like, who do you really think is going to benefit in the future?
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize, like, she's going to do a really bad job.
Yeah.
Well, she's already doing a really bad job.
Well, it's also, you know, ostensibly all the stuff, the values, the things they were co-signing on in 2020, she's done a complete 180. So you can't even pretend, you know.
But then she literally just the other day was like, my values haven't changed.
Well, hers haven't because she doesn't have it.
Like, all right, so
You're like, yeah, but we have all this tape.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's fine if you change your mind on stuff. But
He's like, please don't ask me what they are, but but just they haven't changed, so
Ask
we
me
can
to
all
clarify.
she's like, this is most elections, so really I just need to get brought in.
Yeah.
She was asked that, right, about the wall, and said, well, your views
there was
in
an
2020
18
were different. And she was like, oh, well, actually, I did say back in 20... No, you didn't.
clear.
Just say there was time passed, and I maybe have changed my mind. Why is it, like, impossible for them to ever accept that they've changed their mind at some point?
They should just say it.
Just say it. Like, that makes you more human to say, well, time has passed, and I've seen some more data, and I've experienced some more things. I talked to people, and my opinions have changed.
Yeah, they act like they don't realize they're being recorded when they speak and that there's going to be footage that anybody can pop up at any moment.
Instantly on the internet. Every time. I don't know.
Like we just did with Cop Rock. Speaking of Cop Rock, if you want to go ahead and support your heroes, there's nothing better at the end of a long day than sitting down to your favorite easy chair and a glass of your favorite whiskey. Not for me, but for...
Oh, yeah. Every once in a while. Sometimes a little bit too much.
Are you a whiskey man?
I am.
Some whiskey?
I really am.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanted to get some whiskey, you could use a little bit of this flyingacespirits.com and get free shipping and support veterans families and first responder families. Get some scholarships for the kids.
I'm in.
It's going to help your whiskey taste a bit better when you know you are helping first responders, soldiers, and their families. Go out there and get scholarships. It's a really great thing. Flying Ace whiskeys are American proud because they're American made.
That's right.
That's right. And you can go ahead and get that, like Garrett just said, at flyingacespirits.com. Use code America. You can get free shipping on your whiskey, and you're going to help a family out.
And that's nice.
It is
Makes you
nice.
feel good. Plus,
It is
you're
nice.
helping this show because they sponsor our show.
That's flyingacespirits.com, code America for free shipping.
Boom.
10 out of 10.
You want some whiskey?
Thirsty. I'm thirsty.
We can get you some whiskey.
We just have water now.
We can make it vodka.
Yeah, that's true.
Enough time.
I've been doing it for years.
It's the whiskey Jesus here that can just magically...
Whiskey?
It'd be cool if there's a whiskey guy. I wouldn't take any.
But you think about
But
it.
I just nice to know you could have the chance.
Nice
Just
to have
for
a
the-
boy for that.
For the product's pitch, you just completely...
You just relapse.
like, all right, I'm going to do it.
Our next sponsor, gambling. Our next sponsor after that, marijuana.
Well, you do have things going right in your life for a change, so it's about time.
Yeah, shouldn't I flip it now?
Yes.
I just had a good weekend, so I
Time to
might as well.
self-sabotage.
That's the time.
Uh-oh. I better get ready. It's time to ruin it all. I'm kidding.
No. That's no laughing matter. Okay.
I know. I'm really trying to stay.
Yeah.
I'm eating okay. Yeah. I'm working out.
That's awesome, dude.
I know. I'm trying.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You had
doing
a
a plan, or
you
you
got
just
a good
kinda-
you had a good little plate today.
Yeah, he was shocked.
Yeah,
dude.
He's like, normally you're just eating sticks of butter and crying. And I said, not today,
sticks
sailor.
of butter would be an improvement. At least that's natural. At least that's a whole food.
Yeah, that's true. I am just
eating Oreo cakesters and rubbing them on your.
It's not a good plan.
First of all, I don't even like Oreo cakesters. They were regular Oreos. I would eat stacks of them until I woke up with a hangover.
Oh, my God.
Well, that's the thing. Well, you always get a piece of candy, so it makes your blood sugar crash so you can sleep. And I'm like, I don't think you should do that.
Dude, it's crazy, though. Like, I'll eat a Kit Kat, and I'll be all full of energy, and then by the time I get to my bed, I wake up face down like it's a frat house.
You're fully dressed.
I don't know if that's good. Dude, I do. I wake up fully dressed.
Like, oh, man, a Kit Kat, bro.
Dude, after 2 shows and a Kit Kat, I am just face down unconscious.
Officer's like, have you been drinking tonight? No, I had a Kit Kat.
Dude, I wake up like confused. confused because all the lights are on and like the TV.
You pass out. You don't get your CPAP on in time.
No, I don't.
You're in a face down in a pillow you're allergic to.
Correct, because they didn't. I forget to ask for the non-feathers.
Oh,
so I wake up with burning red eyes.
Feathers?
Yeah, I'm allergic to feathers. Yeah, so I wake up with burning red eyes, so I look insanely messed up, and then I have to go down, and I'm already like dizzy from being half asleep. So then I go down with burning eyes to the front desk and ask for foam pillows like a psychopath, in all my clothes at like 3:22 a.m.
Yeah,
it's very common.
Which looks very innocent, also.
Oh yeah,
take everything to extreme.
Yeah, and then I throw on my old CPAP mask then. And there's nothing sexier than throwing on that elephant trunk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing a woman finds sexier than going, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me put on my little Top Gun mask.
Just going to say, it could be like a role play thing. You could be role playing as Maverick. And,
Yeah, but I mean,
Or a plague doctor.
If you have one, you don't want to get too excited. You don't want to completely lose control of your breathing.
Yeah.
I mean, you could role play, but you don't want to drop dead. Yeah, it's
dangerous. It's dangerous.
I'll be an elephant, or I could be. I'm just flying to the danger zone, and I have a stroke.
You have you have paddles by the side of the bed, to be sexy.
Yeah, yeah.
They're the clear.
It's part of
A
it.
defibrillator. Just I know the name of it because I have them next to my bed.
Heart start.
For safety.
These are my sexy defense.
Yes. Why do you have those? Oh, my heart just stops along with my breathing at night. Yeah.
Yes.
Would you like to try them?
In a
Saved
sexy
my
way.
life.
Yeah, they're just sexy. We can play Frankenstein. Yes. I'll zap myself back to life.
I used to do a joke about that when I was younger, and it never worked. The heart start home defibrillator. Because my thing was always like, whenever you order something online like that, you want to try it out as soon as you get out of the box. But then what are you supposed to do?
Just like go up to somebody and zap them.
Yeah, exactly.
Do they have a home defibrillator?
Yeah. Yeah, heart start home defibrillator.
Gotta be, yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Hey, if you're listening,
Sponsor.
I'd be happy to talk about your defibrillator.
Amazon wish list.
Yeah, it's a CPAP and a defibrillator and a toe catcher for when your beatus just makes them rot off. You don't use a CPAP, do you? You look like a human.
No, but I should probably. I've been told now I'm snoring more, and so now that I have a girlfriend for the first time in very long, I'm looking into it maybe. So
I think it is a trick by women. I think we've discussed this on this show to get you to not snore, but
that's true.
Yeah, I also feel because it's very shameful to carry onto an airplane and just have your little. Everybody knows what it is, and you're like, it's a medical device. It doesn't count as a check.
Like, sure, is this yours? Do you pack your own bag?
Yeah. They're like, okay, you can take it, sad man who is 40 and has some one of these because of your life choices. And I'm like, it's because I'm overweight.
Yeah.
But you're working out now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I go down to the gym. I always do a treadmill.
All right.
You actually, and you look a lot healthier than you are.
That's true. I do look healthier than I am. Do you mean spiritually or mentally, or what way are you going?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Mentally, I mean, it's getting better.
That's good.
I know it's better. No, I'm there on the ground floor. I know.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think you look better.
I'm not actively
looking good, dude.
Great.
Looking good.
Yeah,
I always say it. You look good.
Thank you. Well, I'm not actively pursuing unaliving myself. Is that the stupid word that we have to
glowing.
use on here? Yeah. No, I'm genuinely kind of happy, but that's
glowing.
Nah.
Happiness scares the shit out of me.
You should dive into it.
No, because then it's
lean into it.
Someone ruins it every time. So far,
But you're ruining it for yourself.
Yeah.
yeah. So I might as well do it for me before somebody else comes along and just ruins it.
I relate to that real hard.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. That man had rights, and you're that man, and you have the right to be happy, man.
I know. It's the self-sabotage thing. I don't think I necessarily do it on purpose.
I was going to say,
It's like a subliminal thing.
is it therapy help? Are you in therapy and all this? Okay, so maybe.
That's what we're doing right now.
Okay, well, true.
Yeah. He pays
Therapy
us.
helps. I mean, it does. I think that I find out new things in therapy almost every week now that are just deeper and deeper seated. So it's helping. But yeah, it's a lot. to work through.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how.
Or is it you keep learning the same thing and you have to keep reminding yourself?
You have the thing where like you have a really deep breakthrough and then the time runs out.
Yeah, they're like, no, we just have a few minutes left, just to be conscious of our time. And I'm like, well, I just realized, and they're like,
Can you buy bonus time?
No, because they got to go see other people.
Yeah.
Damn.
It would be kind of funny if it's like, if you'd like to talk to me longer, it'll be $48.
Shaking a little.
If you put another quarter in to continue, like it's Street Fighter.
Like it's PC.
You get addicted to the.
Yeah, it has like a big continue, like 10, 9, 8. Like, oh, I got to get the quarters out.
The stripper is like, this song is, you can get another song. If,
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit. Go ahead, keep telling me your problems.
Just lay it on.
I have 8 children that are all different colors. And heroin.
Oh, did I tell you about I was telling them about I got an Uber over here, and I went back in because they said it was going to be 10 minutes, and then the next thing I know, it said I was on my way, and I'm like, I'm not on my way. So I call the number. The girl's like, oh, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Can you just text me the address? And I'm like, that's not normally how this works.
Right.
But I will.
the rules.
At least it's a girl and not like.
Like, I'm here, this beat up car pulls up. I get in there, there's a girl, dark hair, bra strap hanging down, sexy clown tattoo. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. This is my last ride of the day. And then I get to go home and take care of my kid. And I'm like, of course you do.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, how old's your kid? I'm like, she's like a year and a half old. I'm like, oh, that's the age of my daughter. And she's like, oh, is your daughter an interesting mix?
Is that what you said?
Yes. I'm like, she's a mix between me and my wife. And I'm like, I know, but I just mean, she's like, I guess that's a weird question. I'm like, yeah.
Is your baby interracial? Like, this is weird. An interesting mix. Well,
Between human and clown.
What breed?
I guess you could say OCD and autism.
Like, you're dropping me off at the Blaze. What do you think?
Yeah, my kid's really white.
Okay. All right.
I'm offended I'm in your car.
Blue eyes. Just taking a guess.
Yeah, it'd be funny if you were like really offended. You're like, what do you mean? Absolutely not. I don't even believe in that sort of thing.
she's used to rescues.
Yeah, just.
It's a rescue.
Yeah.
I dated a black.
You did date a black
I
girl.
did.
I heard you having sex with her through a hotel wall.
What? You heard that?
Yeah. Yes, I heard. I was in the room next door.
Through the wall.
It sound like Kamala Harris.
They didn't put us. No, but it was in Lansing, Michigan. It wasn't the capital.
Yeah, here.
You got a room with a glory hole attached?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I just put my ear to it and masturbated.
Oh, okay. Thought it was
like a glass.
through the wall.
I was
I
like,
think you were just like, thank God.
I was just really happy that he finally, yeah.
My boy.
It had been a while for him, and I was just
3
like,
and 3/4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you need to.
3/4.
Yeah.
It was getting bad.
Had it down.
I'm autistic. I don't. Yeah.
No, I know that was the problem, though. Like,
Yeah.
I was getting tired of hanging out with Rain Man all the time, and I just needed to. I needed you to let yourself be free.
Yeah.
And it was
flying, man.
Yeah.
That is funny because girls lose their virginity one time. If you're a guy, you can get it back.
Yeah, you can feel like it regrew. Yeah, you can.
No,
It grows back.
It's happened to me several times, and I can't follow it up with I'm autistic. Or maybe I can. I don't know.
It's a spectrum.
I'm not there yet in therapy. We might.
It's a drought. I mean, I've not had a drought.
Well, then the thing that was so embarrassing,
You know?
would be my friends telling me, well, you just don't try. And then I tried.
Yeah, and then but you also tried with people who were awful.
She was a nice lady.
Which one?
That one. She works at a bank now.
The one that you went to a Victory Inn in Dearborn where
Oh, no, not her. Not her. No, not her. No.
he did not do I shouldn't put that out
No,
there.
yeah.
Is that too
Just saying they were
personal for the
adjacent.
show?
No, nothing's too personal.
Okay.
But yeah, I've never seen a prostitute.
No, I know you haven't.
Yeah.
I
We're
mean,
just
well,
in the
you
area.
literally saw them at that hotel.
Oh,
but
yes.
yeah. That's not a good area for a rendezvous with a lady.
Well, that's just like one of those
Unless you want to
things
feel like trash.
where she's like, like let's meet at an adjacent location. And I'm like, well, I thought, why not your place? That's always a
good tell that she's not married.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to know my address.
Just meet me at the Victory Inn where they don't take credit cards.
Yeah, and we're not
Ted Bundy vibes.
Yeah.
Let's get off this subject because that's one where I'm probably sure she would be watching this.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
true.
welcome. You could like and subscribe today.
The other ones are not.
Yeah, while sitting next to just a dummy of you.
Yeah.
It's a hair puppet.
It's very possible.
That's
But yeah,
true,
like and subscribe. And well, speaking of sex, this is important. We got to talk about a Burning Man, guys.
Yes.
Burning Man is a festival of music and celebration every year in the middle of Black Rock City, which is the driest place pretty much in the country.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Unless you're in the Orgy Dome.
Unless I was single and trying to pick you up.
Yes.
Yeah, well, apparently there's been a lot of complaints at Burning Man because it is uncomfortably moist. I know women love that word. In the Orgy Dome. Launched in 2004, the Orgy Dome sees willing participants engage in public sex with each other. Curious first-timers wanting to pop their Orgy Dome cherry took to Reddit for a bit more detail before they took the plunge. Reddit thread titled Consent, HSV2, and the Orgy Dome. How does it work? The first person said it's a potluck, not a buffet, so that's pretty good advice.
You got to bring your own.
Yes. And someone else said it's very moist and not a dome at all. So in case you're looking to find it, I guess you would just follow the wetness.
Now, are they complaining about the decor?
No.
Like I'm thinking Thunderdome. I want to see like a cage
Probably
over
just
this.
a tent.
That's why I
Have
called.
like bungee cord things, and you could bounce around.
That's why I called it Beyond Moist Dome.
It smells like patchouli and asshole in there.
That's what it is. It's
musty.
sweaty people it's sweaty, dirty festival.
like-
How would you fix that? I don't think there's a way that you get a lot of like dehumidifiers in there and stuff. Like I don't think that would do it.
That's true. Like,
Constantly
you don't want
generating.
it too dry.
Yeah, and you got a lot of.
well, you could
Water burn
recycle
going.
the moisture and then just sell
It's
it
like
with water.
Dune.
Why do people like look at the village from the Wicker Man and go, I want to try that? That's what I don't understand.
Oh, because
They're all on acid.
yeah, when you're on
thinking
drugs,
straight.
yeah, you're just thinking, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, let's bone in the desert.
I've been to many music
Well, like
festivals.
when you're
I hate.
on drugs, but that's Burning Man. You have to plan Burning Man.
Well, that's why you
Like
plan.
Disneyland.
Yeah, but like you plan to go to a music festival, so you want to bring like drugs, and you want to you plan what you're gonna do. We would plan out our whole
outfit.
like we'd go to Bonnaroo and we'd plan
Bring
out
your
our.
nitrous tank.
There were people that brought their nitrous
Yeah,
tanks
a lot
and just
of people
sat
doing
there.
whippets all the time.
How long is this one? 3 days or 4? Or what is
It's
the?
like a whole week.
Oh, it's a whole week now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, people
It costs a lot of money apparently to go to this thing.
Oh yeah.
It is. It's getting more and more pricey. At first, they weren't sure how many people would show up to burn a wooden stick figure in the middle of a desert, but it turns out to
Say
be
it like it
pretty
doesn't sound
popular.
awesome.
No, it is.
That part sounds cool.
I don't.
I would burn. You wouldn't burn a wicker man.
I would burn a wicker
Some
man,
kind of wicker thing.
but I wouldn't
up
do
wicker
it
chairs.
in the desert. I mean, other people were saying too. I mean, they have an orgy dome.
That's see step too
Try
far.
walk by that, and you just go, "Is that what hell looks like? Just flesh
sounds-
crawling on each other."
But also the description. The description makes it sound like people were disappointed with the amount of orgy opportunity in the dome because it's kind of like any bar where I think you think you're going in like, oh, this is going to be all what I want. And then you realize it's just all dudes and you were hoping for girls that they're not interested in the orgy.
That's why it's a potluck.
So now it's just a dude hangout. So
Yeah, that's why it's like your wife saying she wants a threesome, and then you're like, all right, and then she shows up with like Terry Crews. Like it's just not. You're
like,
like
the
it's even
deception.
better than you could have imagined.
yes.
Well, it's actually,
Lied to me.
like I guess the closest 1-to-1 would be like thinking like, oh, a nudist colony, you
Right.
know?
Which we've been to.
We've
Not
did a
as
show there, right?
not as friends.
yes,
Yeah, we did a show.
We performed at
Did you
one.
partake?
Oh, of course not. No.
No,
Of course not.
the man had a tuxedo
in Rome,
shirt and a
man.
micro penis who brought me on stage.
Yeah.
It was the most frightening thing I've ever seen. He looked a bit like Ben Franklin, and then
I was gonna say Tim Walz.
That's already a while.
Yeah, but with longer hair,
Yeah,
like
with
crazier hair.
Yeah, with Ben Franklin hair.
And then we had the kid whose parents owned it fully clothed, driving us around the area, being like, "It's not sexual," and we're like, "Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You're all sick."
Yeah, your boner says otherwise.
Yes.
We can see.
Yeah. Why are you wearing 9 layers like you were molested your whole life?
Got a chastity belt on.
Where was your the one? I did one in.
Oh, in the sexiest place ever, West
Homer, Michigan.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. There was one girl who looked moderately attractive, and her ass looked like 2 globes of the moon.
Kris, are you saying that you've done a nudist con?
I did, yes.
Please.
No, where
please
was
tell us.
it?
Elaborate.
This was Palmerton, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Also sexy.
Yeah, and
Known for their tans.
it was like I thought it was gonna be, maybe like not just out. Literally, they just set up a mic stand next to the swimming pool as people were like playing volleyball, and then eventually they gathered
naked
around
sport.
and shit. But I
yeah.
thought it was like maybe they'd have like a pavilion for the show or some shit. But it was not. And then I was pretty drunk, and I did get naked and do a backflip into the pool for my finish, and then.
Big
I didn't
finish.
finish.
I
No,
respect,
I think it's impressive.
I respect that.
We walked in to see the stage, and it smelled like, the best I could describe it is like old wet ham that had been left out for a long time.
There were a bunch of guys with open robes and one woman with a closed robe, and like one dude was nude.
Yeah.
With like a medallion, and he looked like Telly Savalas playing shuffleboard.
Yeah, and the girl looked scared.
Yeah.
Like she looked like she had just done something she regretted.
Yeah.
So they're not fully committed if they're wearing robes.
Whatever they did
Just like
prior,
anything goes.
yeah, whatever they did before, maybe the moisture was heavy like an Orgy Dome,
Yeah.
and they had to cover up the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep that moisture in.
Yeah, but I had to sit there and watch Matt on stage between 2 naked, very fat people. And and Matt even does a joke about it because he was talking to a guy in the audience.
So, where are you from? And he says, let's not go there. And I'm like, oh, clearly you're a man who values his privacy.
And he's literally sitting, legs open like this, so his dick's just on a folding chair.
Yes,
and it's like,
on a
I'm not going to
cold
talk about
steel
where I'm
folding
from.
chair.
Boundaries.
Yeah, I'm just like,
That was the other thing. They said the owner guy was like, now just, everyone here is, we don't talk about, like, you can talk to but don't make fun of anyone. And I'm like, that's the whole point of, like, I have to acknowledge but.
That's what they said. Like, yeah, they said the same thing. They're like, you don't want to make fun of their bodies. This is sort of the thing that we do. Like, we just value nudity, and we're like,
Yeah, and I make fun of it. So that's what I'm going to do.
This
Like
is
comedian.
my job. I mean, you're not going to stand up there and be like, "Hey, fat ass," nice day. Like, you're not going to be rude.
But
But
look at that small dick over there. Hey,
Yeah, go kill
laughing
yourself. Like, what? No.
I mean, perfectly decent show altogether, though, I got to say.
they were a good crowd.
good
they were
reaction.
lively.
crowd.
They
Yeah,
were ready to go.
You did do an Obama joke, and they booed like it was CPAC.
Yeah, they did. Which I was surprised. I thought they'd be more liberal, or even extremely like.
Just physically.
Yeah, I ironically got a T-shirt as a consolation or a prize for jumping in the pool naked. So,
Did you?
Should be a T-shirt with like just the nipples cut out.
no, I should have though. I
Should've
should have
been.
just done
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
but at least you got clothes. Which
Yeah, they were like,
is it one of their T-shirts?
I feel like
yeah, no,
there's
that's
no dedication in this.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to be in a cult, you got to really.
Yeah.
Nobody's wearing robes. Like that's what we're doing here, guys. Naked.
I think
ropes.
I think you're too into this.
I'm just saying, if you're going to be a nudist, you got to do it.
I agree.
Well,
And technically, it was a clothing optional resort, which was the funniest part to me. Was there were fully clothed tables that were like, we just came to see a comedy show.
we just live in the area, but we're aware.
Saw it in the newspaper.
It was literally, and that was the thing. The prettiest woman in the whole thing was like wearing jeans and a sweatshirt.
Oh yeah. Well, and then they kept saying how it wasn't perverted, but like 2 weeks later, we found out that a guy was arrested outside masturbating and drinking his own urine.
He's not
There's
part
always
of it,
one.
though.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Okay.
He's not part of it.
Why do you assume he's part of the cult?
So almost
Gives
for
them a bad name.
yeah, for almost 2 years, everywhere Matt and I went, we'd be like, "Can I get you a shot of piss?" Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, that guy's a bit much. Well, anyway, more with the. But you were right; they were a bit worried about the number of people that were actually in the Orgy Dome. If we go back to it, and someone also commented though that they do a good job at the door to make sure people are sober enough to give consent. So somebody who's very high and rolling on Molly will make sure that you're getting it the right way.
Because all the time when you ask someone if they're drunk and they say no, that's totally true.
Yeah, it works with cops and at Burning Man. And they said that people were mostly respectful about consent in space. The vibe was very heterosexual. If you're looking for a more queer experience, I'd look into events at queer camps or see if any sex-positive camps have events for queer people specifically. Now, we weren't able to find much in it, but we did find an interview with a parent of one of the people that went to the queer camps.
Okay.
I love my dead gay son.
So that guy, I mean, I guess there was a mishap when it happened and he died, but yeah, the dad was fine with it in postmortem.
It's tragic, really.
Burning Man.
It's positive.
It's good when your dad accepts you, even in death.
In the end, silver linings.
Even though you died at a queer camp.
Yeah.
What is that?
I have no idea.
Is it like a summer camp that you
But you're like gay?
go to with your butt plugs and
You're like
I think it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, you learn, you can, I mean, they
You can
probably.
zip
I have to
line?
be honest.
Isn't that like an
Archery.
everyday thing?
There's
a canoe, but nobody can ever find the
I
oars.
really hate the phrase sex positive too, because like that was the problem with the society is that people don't like sex enough.
Oh, I know. It's good to be sex positive.
Yeah. Everybody likes it. I think that's a lot of the problem.
I'm being told
Like a little bit too much.
by a first-hand account that there are queer camps where you go and it's like a big fuck fest, but you also play camp games.
Oh.
Wow. What games? What games?
Like Red Rover.
Like, you know,
Red
you do like
Rover.
s'mores and
A
you
peek
do
behind the curtain of conservative media, ladies and gentlemen.
Little touch football.
Oh, you mean? Yeah. What's the name of the camp from? It's a real thing too. And then it's from the movie. It ends up in the talk show. It's a horror movie. It came out recently.
Oh, the late night with the devil?
Late Night with the Devil. Yeah, that's basically they have an all-man camp that everybody goes to, and I believe it starts with a B. Like it's a real thing that like a bunch of men go to.
All camp.
It's
Back
not
and now?
No, it's
like
not
bear camp.
Oh. It's bear camp. Yes.
Bear.
Yeah, you may be attacked by a bear. Is all the sign you see.
Oh.
It's
Be alone with a man or a bear.
Make sure to leave your packages hanging low.
Remember this?
so
Do you remember
they
the kids in the hall? Do you remember the kids in the hall sketch where Kevin McDonald gets raped by a bear?
Did you ever see the Upright Citizens Brigade where the guy's like, you can come up to my room and we can time travel? Yeah. And the guy runs out, he's got like a dog collar on, and he's like, you raped me. And he's like, no, I didn't. We met George Washington. You don't remember that? And he's like, no, I just remember you raping me. He's like, come on, let's go back in the time travel closet and we're going to go meet. And like, he gets raped like 4 times.
That was a underrated,
Very underrated show. It was the same one where they had, it was like the lady in the water, and the guy pulls up and he's like, you want to listen to some Chumbawamba in my van? And he has sex with her, so he has a mystical woman following him to like frat parties.
Underrated, man.
Oh, it was fun. Chumbawamba, tub thumper, right?
I get knocked. Yeah.
And I get up again. That was a great song for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, and forever, because it just kept playing it.
It still
over and
plays.
over. Yes, it's still
Anytime.
on. It's on the oldies station now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Speaking of music, Kanye West, Telepathy. Have you heard about this one?
Mental telepathy, yeah.
Yeah. Lady said she had a conversation with Kanye West in her head and told her to steal a car with a baby inside.
Correct.
Yes. She was she on some kind of drug, or was this just high on life?
No, she claims that it was Kanye speaking to her, telling her to steal cars, and then eventually, she stole multiple ones, and then eventually one with a baby in the back. Kanye was reached for comment. Do we have it?
Yes.
It was the Jews pretending to be me. I'm a genius.
So, I mean, he's claiming that the Jews telepathically.
That was Snoop Dogg, I believe.
No.
Look, AI.
Maybe they're in cahoots.
AI is spotty these days.
That was Kamala Harris in Detroit.
I'm a genius.
It's straight up just Snoop Dogg.
You're racist right now.
Yeah, I think
I'm a genius.
You think all black people sound the same?
I mean, they do sound a little the same.
Let's hear his statement again.
Yes, please.
See who it is.
I love my dead gay son.
It was the Jews pretending to be me. I'm a genius.
That's so Snoop Dogg. That's
Okay,
not
they
even
didn't
close.
have a Kanye version. They didn't have the option, so I had to use Snoop Dogg.
All right.
Have you seen Day Shift?
Day Shift?
Day Shift.
Is it the sequel to Night Shift?
No, it's got Jamie Foxx in it, and he's like a vampire slayer, and like the super cool vampire slayer is Snoop Dogg.
Daywalker?
Netflix movie?
No, it's Day Shift.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
have.
Netflix movie. I watched it this weekend. It was actually pretty
Is it good?
Yeah, but it's got Snoop Dogg, and he plays like this super badass cowboy vampire slayer. It's kind of funny.
It sounds awful.
It's a little awful, but it's like in a good way.
Is it? So it's like a B movie fun?
Yes.
My son tricked me into watching the Snoop Dogg movie with the sports, with a bunch of kids on a football team.
Oh yeah, we did like the little Big Giants kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's
Snoop
a
Dogg.
hard R. So like 3 seconds into it, I just hear like the worst language coming from the other room, and I was like, okay, no, we're not.
He did that for real.
Doing this.
He taught Little League in real life.
Yeah, he coached football. Yeah, he did. But yeah, this was him. Like I believe it was a court sentence because much like Emilio Estevez, I can tell you firsthand that they do not.
That doesn't
let
work
you
in
coach
real-
a hockey team if you have a DUI.
Dang it.
Never happened once.
What a preposterous premise for a
But
movie.
So many movies.
It's a lot.
Hey, you seem to be somebody who sells drugs on the side. You should teach kids how to play
Yeah.
football.
In there with those minors. So weird.
Seems dangerous.
Anyways, Kanye West and I get conversations all the time with Kanye West.
Do you?
Yeah, he tells me about the Jews.
That's pretty
Mostly,
much.
it's actually mostly about the Jews. It gets a little repetitive.
He's always into that.
Yeah.
He's got
He's
a lot.
a little obsessed about it.
He's got a lot to say these days. I mean, what's funny about that clip is the black Klan hood is his.
Yeah.
It's not a Photoshop.
Well, he's a designer.
Yeah,
You've seen his clothing is really well.
It's Gucci.
It was the Jews pretending to be me.
Stop.
I don't care.
Kanye.
I think it's funny.
Snoop Dogg pretended to be Kanye, and it was the Jews pretending
It's
to be me.
Kanye putting on a Snoop Dogg voice to
Oh, okay.
draw
Get votes
suspicion
in
away.
Detroit.
Commentary on our pop culture.
Yes.
I see.
Well, that's our show. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, where can we see you, Kris? Thank you for joining us today.
Why, thank you for having me, everybody. This Friday, what is that, the 6th, I think? Yeah.
Yes.
6th, I'm at the Emmaus Theater with Doug Smith. I guess that's at 8 p.m. or so. And then look for my show on YouTube. There's a bunch of episodes of, we did a pilot. Then a couple others. It's called Collecting. It's a dude milking the unemployment system. It's like a sitcom-y kind of thing. Look that up. Thanks.
There you go. And Matt, where can we find you?
At Matt McClowry on all platforms.
Every platform.
Oh, yeah, all of them.
That's right.
TikTok?
Including OnlyFans.
TikTok?
I have a
OnlyFans
TikTok
well.
that I don't do anything
Also, Moist Orgy in the Desert.
with.
.com.
Judging everyone.
Yes. I don't participate. I just go in there and go, you guys need to find the Lord.
You just listen
Y'all need
through the
Jesus.
wind,
Through
through
the
the
wall.
door. Yeah.
I'm just like, this is. I like to hear the screaming and people ignoring the word no.
Like the moist slaps.
I could see myself doing that, though. That's the thing. It's just
Going into an orgy?
being brought to one by a friend and just hating it.
That would be awful.
It's
It's like the worst thing in the world.
There's just some girl just staring at you and you're like,
do you want to? No. No.
you're like,
No.
I just think it's weird, like even in Borat, where you're like walking around a house
Oh,
and people
yeah.
are just doing it. You're just having like a piece of cake. and
Yeah.
just
Standing
Do you
in the
have to
corner, fully
like
clothed.
pretend like you're not just like watching, or do you
Yeah.
kind of have to like?
I think you're supposed to stare or it's impolite.
There's got to be a thin layer between like the awkwardness and everybody being into it. And if one person just standing there watching somebody could like break the entire bubble. You're just like,
Yeah. This is why
look
gonorrhea
at
is
him.
getting stronger.
I would assume a lot of the people like being watched, so maybe you're helping them if you're.
Oh my gosh,
like,
you're
you know
right.
what I mean, maybe that's part
I'm
of
not
it.
depraved enough to think
Oh,
about
that's true. They probably do. It's
Like if you don't look at them, they're like, "Oh, like why not?
but
Come
I-
on, I'm right here."
it's like the movie Crash from 1996 that really spoke to me. Not the
Not the other one.
not the other one, but the Cronenberg one where they masturbate to car wrecks.
Yeah.
I thought it was just me, and turns out there's a few of us.
It was that Kennedy movie that.
It's hot.
I just love that movie.
Yeah.
It's with James Spader, and it's just people secretly like, all right, I got car accident footage. We're all just going to do this. The other one's Autofocus.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
That's a good one. That's.
Mind if I jack off? No, go ahead.
This is getting me hot. It's Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
It's the true story of the star of Hogan's Heroes.
Really?
Who was a sex addict, yeah.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe and Greg Kinnear.
Beaten to death with a tripod.
Oh.
The
Willem
moisture in this
Dafoe?
room
Is that your hand on my ass?
is
Yeah, it's
skyrocketing.
like I thought you liked it. I thought it was hers. It's a group grope.
Group.
I like Willem Dafoe, but every once in a while he'll drop like this weird ass movie where he's eating at a chick while she's on her period or something.
Oh, that's Antichrist.
He has to. That was like the year
was
that
good, though.
Spider-Man came out too. It's he always keeps it in balance.
Really throws you off when you're 10 years old.
Yeah,
Do you guys
Like,
know
I
about
like
his
this guy.
giant penis?
it's in
what?
it's in
It's not.
Antichrist.
That's actually not his. He had to get a penis double because the director thought that Willem Dafoe's penis was too big that it was distracting in the movie.
He does have big dick energy.
Life is a
does.
balance, you know. Sometimes you get it bad here, but you get a good down.
He's like so skinny and lean that it must look so big on him. Also,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
That's
perspective.
true.
It's like a perspective thing.
It's not like yours where it's just a pepper mill because you were born special.
Yeah.
The fuck does that mean?
It doesn't look
It's
like
a huge cock.
It doesn't look like much on me, but yeah.
This is what I hear from the ladies.
Not
Through the
firsthand.
wall.
Through a wall. I heard a lady begging for her life.
And so Dave thought, he must have a.
Yeah, I heard I heard
You heard that? And it's clearly a murder happening.
I heard
You're like, oh, look at
I heard
that.
three
Dick over there.
three hard pumps and then a girl leave.
It's too bad.
No, it was longer than that, and I had to turn up the TV and pretend I didn't hear it.
Watch Matlock.
Just when I thought the moisture couldn't increase in here,
I know.
we do it.
Like, man, one of us should stop being so moist in here.
Moist.
That's how I like my orgies. The way I like my cake.
Warm and moist.
Well, you know, just
Yeah.
moist.
I like a nice warm temperature cake.
Yeah.
I don't like it out of the fridge. Too hard.
No.
You know, the icing's all like too
crusty,
thick and crusty. No.
What do you want, a cold orgy?
Yeah, none of that.
I would prefer a cold orgy. I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like a freezing cold one?
Yeah, because everybody's nipples look better.
Your nipples do look
okay.
better.
That's a good point.
If they're too long, though.
Sometimes my nipples get so hard I look like I'm like Batman. Like I got fucking pecs.
I thought you meant like a Joel Schumacher.
What are you
Batman.
talking into that microphone? Because it's true.
She was saying, "Oh, penises get smaller," and I was like, "Yeah, I prefer them that way."
But I used
For
to think
smaller?
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's
It
a
is
horrible
true.
thing to say about
It's
your
not
husband.
true.
Don't say
No,
that.
it's not. His is very medium.
Extremely extra medium.
when I was like young, when I was a kid though.
Steaks.
So we were ending the show.
We're not anymore.
When I was a kid, I used to like look at my soft nipple and be like, "I'm fat," and then go like this and be like, "I'm good, I'm ripped."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if your nipples get hard, you look like you have pecs.
A little bit of just a chilly nipple is going to be better than like a kind of nipple.
Yeah, especially unless it's I don't know
If they're like this, you know.
if they're massive dinner plate nipples, then the whole thing's going to be nonsense from the get go.
But they're going to look better cold than they would hot and droopy.
That's what you're saying.
Is that true?
I believe so. Yeah.
Where's all that texture? I mean, that's a whole lot of areola.
It's just pert.
But I don't know. But what would it perk into?
It just
Is that the turkey's done thing?
instead of like a Snoopy nose, it's more just like a tubular situation.
I see what you're saying. I mean, I've seen a hard nip.
Pinocchio lying.
It is, yeah. But that's a bit much too. I don't want to feel like I'm blowing a guy, especially two of them. Just big dinner plate nipples, and it feels like you're just having a threesome.
We'll just avoid that area of the orgy. Where
Yeah.
Yeah.
the long
Angela
nip-
loves it because of nothing but trouble. It's her dream orgy.
Yeah.
A medium hard nippled
It's hot.
Dan Aykroyd in a fat suit orgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As we know, Jeff Waltz, or whatever his name is, stole from a Walmart. But what would Tim Walz steal from a Walmart QB?
Oh, this is easy. Tampons for a boy's bathroom.
Oh, he would.
That's right.
Would love them. Angela?
A leash for his kid.
Yeah, that wackadoo.
Oh, yeah, they would do that.
Kris.
Oh, they don't have Valor at Walmart, do they? Or can you? No, I'll go with family pack of helmets.
That's a good one. I like that.
It's a safe one.
I preferred the Valor. I think you were better with it, but you're right.
Okay, we'll cut that other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll leave it, but
Okay.
We'll just bleep it out.
Yeah.
most things just stay. Yeah. I feel like the last 10 might lose the show, so we should consider what we do with
We'll
that.
consider it.
Matt.
The staff's livelihood.
A female urinal funnel for when he goes camping.
All right.
He seems like a guy who would use a lady piss funnel.
Yeah, he'd need it.
Yeah.
Micro penis.
Small penis.
Yes.
Not a medium.
No, not extra medium.
No, medium is her jam. Anyway, thank you all for...
You guys didn't see it, but she was pumping her fist over there.
She was.
Yeah, really excitedly.
I'm glad you didn't see it.
Yeah, honestly.
It was
I think
Probably.
it's safer for all of us.
Yes, it is.
Thank you very much for tuning into the show today. I've been Dave Landau.
I've been quarterback Garrett, and this may be our last show. See you tomorrow,
Yeah.
maybe.
Good night.
Possibly.